This is our very first project that we're doing for Young Artists of Anoka.
Some local youth using a tunnel as their canvas. More on this painting project going on in Anoka. Plus, Mercy Hospital prepares to debut its new Mother-Baby Center later this month. But first,
our goal and our vision and mission is to bring the most nutritious meals to the table for those in need.
the Coon Rapids Church offering more than bread and wine to help feed people in need. That tops CTN News this Friday, July 10th, 2015. Thanks for joining us. An empty lot that was once filled with weeds is now a garden growing produce to feed thousands.
Peace Lutheran Church in Coon Rapids partnered with Loaves and Fishes and the United Way to create a community garden next to the church. CTN's Joe Nelson explains where the food will go and what else is planned for the land.
Every day we serve almost 2,000 meals to people who are hungry.
With a mission to feed nutritious meals to thousands, the Minneapolis-based nonprofit Loaves and Fishes had an idea that would offer fresher produce at a lower cost.
We'd like to have a farm.
After winning a grant from the United Way, a partnership with Peace Lutheran Church in Coon Rapids with more than 3 acres of unused land grew stronger.
Mainly what we had, our primary crop was poison ivy.
And before we knew it, she had a big excavator in, pulling out a lot of soil, a lot of trees, a lot of shrubs.
And after bringing in dirt by the truckload and planting hundreds of seeds, Peace Lutheran's community garden started to grow.
Brussels sprouts.
Hundreds of tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini, peppers, lots of herbs.
Although we're far from harvest, produce grown here will feed people throughout the metro area, including right here in Coon Rapids.
Loaves and Fishes has 24 locations across the Twin Cities. And it will all of the produce will go back to our Minneapolis site and then disseminate to our sites that are serving either breakfast, lunches, or dinners.
Some fruits and veggies will also go to Peace's summer lunch program.
Right now we obviously provide a full salad bar every single meal, so we're going out and buying that produce. Eventually they'll be able to supplement that.
Pastor Nancy Benz has plans for more, including a band shell, a walking path, ice skating, and Tai Chi for anyone in the community, regardless of religion.
We're calling it a community garden because the community is welcomed to be here. But we hope that we can build relationships with them and use this site to do that.
In Coon Rapids, Joe Nelson, CTN News.
Produce from the garden will be offered as part of Peace Lutheran's summer lunch program that's open to anyone Monday through Thursday and at the Salvation Army Harvest Corps on Ibis Street. To volunteer at the garden, go to loavesandfishesmn.org. A farmer's market opens next week in Coon Rapids. The market, which used to be held at Mary T. Incorporated, will now be located at the Coon Rapids Ice Center on Wednesdays from 3 to 6 p.m. All the vendors are part of the Anoka County Growers Association. Organizers hope the new location will allow the farmers to grow. The Coon Rapids Farmers Market will be open through the end of the growing season.
This year's Coon Rapids 4th of July celebration is in the books, and the new location is getting rave reviews. This year's festivities were held near the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Hundreds lined the streets in the surrounding neighborhood for the parade the evening of July 2nd. They also packed the grounds of the Ice Center on the 4th to take in the fireworks display, which was bigger and better than ever.
It was a monumental undertaking to move it to that new place. And I had a lot of people come to me who were complaining because it was leaving my ward. Complaining that they had to go someplace else in the city, only to then arrive there and say, you know, this is kind of nice.
We're told the fireworks show saw its biggest attendance ever and ended in grand fashion with a big finale. City staff will meet to discuss what went well and any improvements that can be made for next year's celebration. This is the reason the 4th of July celebration now has a new home. Its old home, Sand Creek Park, is in the midst of a major renovation project thanks to the park bond approved by voters. The site has been graded and utility work will begin next week. The renovated park will have 6 softball fields, 2 lacrosse and football fields, as well as a skate park, skating rinks, and more. Coming up in about 6 minutes, you can learn more about how the project works and when it should be finished in our new CTN News Spotlight feature.
If you're looking for a job, you might want to check out the Anoka County Workforce Center on the first 3 Wednesdays of the month. The Workforce Center recently started hosting mini job fairs on those days between 10:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. Around 8 employers usually take part in the on-site hiring events, which help connect those employers with potential candidates for current and future job openings.
We've just seen a really high success rate with foot traffic. The employers have had great success stories. We've had a couple folks in the last couple weeks who have been hired on spot for positions that they've had here. So it's just been a really successful event for not only the employers, but all the job seekers that we have here as well.
Workforce Center officials say there's been a large increase in the number of employers seeking qualified candidates for open positions. Again, the mini job fairs take place the first 3 Wednesdays of the month from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The Workforce Center is located off 89th Avenue in Blaine.
A new documentary featuring the tragic story of an Anoka student who took his own life is being screened locally next week.
The Justice Department and Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights are now investigating the Anoka-Hennepin County School District after 9 teenagers committed suicide in the last 2 years, many of them after being bullied for being or perceived as being gay.
The feature-length documentary called Same Difference presents the lives of 2 real-life boys who identify as gay from a young age. One of those boys is Justin Auberg, who committed suicide back in 2010. The film demonstrates a school's responsibility in creating safe and inclusive environments. 2 screenings will take place Friday, July 17th at the First Congregational Church in Anoka, one at 6:30 p.m. and the other at 9:30 p.m. A $5 donation is suggested. Each screening will conclude with a panel discussion. Take a walk through Main Street Tunnel in Anoka and you'll notice a colorful difference.
That's right. 42 young artists from the area are painting pictures of what Anoka means to them through a tunnel of art. CTN's Jenny Yu has the story.
I'm painting a mural. It's a picture of downtown Anoka.
Grace Sockery remembers what it was like trick-or-treating in Anoka.
And I always liked looking at the pumpkin on top of the big building and seeing it wink at me.
And with a stroke of a brush, her ideas come to life in an 80-foot tunnel under Main Street.
It's cool to be able to do something I love and show it to the rest of my community.
This is our very first project that we're doing for young artists of Anoka.
Jen Shoemaker, who recently moved from Coon Rapids to Anoka, is the founder of the project.
Each one got to pick their own space that they wanted, and they get a window that they'll be painting, and they had to do an interpretation of what Anoka means to them.
She's a longtime artist who wanted to give kids an opportunity to be creative within the community, and with the city's approval, Young Artists of Anoka was born.
We're hoping to eventually get it big enough where we can actually start providing scholarships for our seniors as they go on to art school as well.
I do sports, and it's cool to do something other than sports, and an awesome highlight of my summer, definitely.
And another goal of Young Artists is to keep graffiti off of these walls and give graffiti artists a canvas of their own.
We are looking into a project for graffiti art so that we can actually get those kids to be using their talents and actually doing really cool things that other people can appreciate, because graffiti art is an amazing way to show and express your uniqueness as well.
It means a lot that I hopefully get to inspire people, and especially younger kids, to do something that they really like to do.
In Anoka, Jenny Yu, CTN News.
The project is funded by the City of Anoka and private donations. If you'd like to make a donation to help cover the cost of supplies, we have a link on our website at ctnstudios.com.
The new Mother-Baby Center at Mercy Hospital is set to open at the end of this month. Hospital officials say construction on the new facility is complete, but signage still needs to be installed along with the equipment and furnishings. The Mother-Baby Center includes 5 triage rooms and 13 labor and delivery rooms, along with a regular nursery and a special care nursery. It's just the 3rd such facility in the Alina system.
Well, it's a pretty exciting time for us. The fact that this is Mercy's 50th birthday of being a hospital and a contributor to this community, and to actually have a new birth center to go along with that, it's pretty exciting. This is a beautiful facility.
Staff will start delivering babies at the new Mother-Baby Center on July 27th. The facility has the capacity to accommodate 4,000 deliveries each year, including water births. You can tour the new center at Mercy during a community open house on July 23rd between 4 and 7 p.m.
Physical injury care, once reserved for top athletes, is now available in Coon Rapids. Orthology Physical Wellness opened its doors last month in the Riverdale area. This marks their 7th location in the Twin Cities. They treat physical injuries and pain with a collaborative approach, which they say gives patients better outcomes faster.
There's a lot of moving parts with it. So as a result, our treatment is highly specialized. comprehensive care. We utilize collaborative care teams, so we have a chiropractor, a physical therapist, and a soft tissue specialist that work together collaboratively to restore proper flexibility, mobility, and stability.
Orthology accepts all types of medical insurance. The company is in a rapid growth phase. They will soon open their first location in New York, with 12 more clinics expected to open nationwide by the end of the year.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's show. CTN News Spotlight is up next. Thanks for watching.